Hi, happy Monday, everybody. Everybody, zero viewer. Today, I'm hoping for a miracle. I'm hoping for a viewer. Not yet. Okay, it's 5:44 p.m. It's a tropical storm, Eileen. I unplugged my laptop just in case. And I think it started as like really, really bad. And then it was not really, really bad anymore. So the sun was shining most of the day here where I live, but there was a little rain. And it's raining right now. And it rained really hard for a minute, so I closed the blinds. Here, I'll show you. I don't want to see it. If it's going to happen, something bad's going to happen, I'd rather not know it's coming. I'd rather not watch because I'd be in complete panic mode while I'm trying to do this vlog. Okay, so today's topic, as you see, is mental health and wellness and a little Gary Vee. A little bit of Gary Vaynerchuk we're going to talk about. So today was really great because we got to visit with the executive director of Gracepoint Foundation, featured right here. Oh yes, Gracepoint, amazing. The Andrew Lutz Endowment, which you should really look up and learn about. So, all right. I'm going to make a long story as short as I can because I do realize in my family, me and my dad say, let's make a long story short. And it's a New York thing, I think, because I'm pretty sure every New Yorker says, I want to make a long story short, and we never do. We like to tell stories. So we go, Sarah and I, you know Sarah from previous episodes, we drove to Tampa today in the rain. We did find out from one of my clients that there was a storm, had no idea, drove right into rain, not really so much a storm, wasn't so bad, made it back alive. So thank God. And then we get to Gracepoint. Well, I want to tell you what happened. So I'm a little bit tough when it comes to like what to expect when you get somewhere, right? So I just expected it to be easy. Just expected it to be easy. It wasn't that easy. They have this beautiful brand new building, and we pull up and it's like raining a little bit, and you want to just like walk up when you're a girl and like go in. And that's not what happened. So we tried to get somebody to open the door and it wasn't working out. We ended up on the north side of the building, which is where we thought we were supposed to meet Ian, and we did not meet him on the north side. And, you know, it's learning lessons for everybody. But by the time I met Ian, I was like, okay, what's going on here? How come I walked around the world to come right back where I started? But, you know, it's like we all have to inspect what to expect. I did an episode about that before. And it is important for anybody that has a business, a new building. Things happen, mistakes happen, feedback needs to happen, right? And even Ian is so smart. He was like, I need to take this feedback somewhere. Because I will tell you when I think something needs to like shift just a little bit. Look, I needed help with shifting things in my businesses in the past when I was running other practices, and they would say, hey, I pull into the parking lot, and, you know, it's not so easy to see your sign, and we'd have to cut a tree back or whatever it was, right? We can all learn every day, but you definitely have to inspect what you expect. So be a patient or be a visitor and walk up to the door, see how easy it is to come in. And if it's not, you got to fix it. So that was the first part. And I was like fully at Sharon crazy mode in my brain. Like, just let that go, Sharon. Just let it go. You're here to have an amazing meeting and to learn all about Gracepoint. But if I'm going to be really transparent with you, I want to let you know how it started. That's how it started. Well, 2 hours later, my goodness, it was fantastic. The meetings are never supposed to be that long, and I could probably guarantee it's because of me. I kind of go on, and I want to tell stories, and I want to relate things, and I want to talk about how connected everything is, and I want to be excited, and I was excited today, very excited. So let me just tell you a little bit about Gracepoint. When deciding on who the proceeds of the panel discussion event that we're doing at DuPont Registry, Luxury Living of Tampa Bay, at DuPont headquarters on August 24th. This is a plug, everybody, from 5:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. There is an Eventbrite link on all social media pages, mine, The Dr. Whisperer, and Gracepoint. And pretty much it's going to be as many places as possible, certainly on the DuPont Registry page. So what happened was we needed a place that was going to benefit from the conversation that we were going to have. So if you can imagine for a moment, when I say preventative lifestyle, okay, which is this, right? I've shown this to you before. If you watch, if you don't watch and you listen, that's cool too. I'm showing a flyer that we made about this preventative lifestyle, a preventative lifestyle. Because if we name an event like mental health, prevention, suicide, what to do, how to stay healthy, who to call, where to go, it's a lot, right? How do we say it in one little line? Well, a preventative lifestyle was what came to my mind. It started as preventative lifestyle, and then it turned into a preventative lifestyle. You ask what the difference is? Well, it made a difference to me. So that said, we, of course, Mr. DuPont and I talked about who would benefit from this event. It's not going to be a huge event. We want to keep it as intimate as possible because we're going to be having a very real conversation about, mental health. And that is, it's not sexy to talk about mental health. And I'm saying that purposely, Ian, if you're watching. It's a tough conversation. And what we need to do is just educate people about what goes on in the industry, what goes on with the patients, what goes on with the doctors, what goes on. It all starts here, and I'm pointing to my brain if you're listening and not watching, but it all starts right here in your head. And everything else that goes on with, your physical being starts right between your ears, right? Connected to your heart, your teeth. Look, why are we having a dentist here at this event? Oh boy, you just wait until we hit that conversation. I'll tell you what, I was scared to death of the dentist for many, many years until I found Dr. Amir Dowd. I'm being dead serious. Like, I trust him with my life now, but it's a lot of stories we tell ourselves, negative tapes, insecurity, and it's all compiled within this whole mental health. Okay, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a psychologist. I don't have any clinical degree, but I have a lot of experience, and I'm surrounded by very, very intelligent doctors, nutritionists, dentists. Sierra Bender is coming. Wait till you hear from her. Okay, forget about me. Wait till you hear from that woman. It's kind of incredible. And Dr. Lara, like, he's so much more than that billboard everybody saw for so many years. He is a true warrior in the preventative health and wellness industry. So we're going to have a great conversation. And, when I wanted to pick a charity with Mr. DuPont that would receive these proceeds, I wanted to be maybe an organization that wasn't so well known in the community and just really give back from a very authentic place and a very heartfelt place. And I mentioned that there was a lot of stuff going on. 2 major musicians have recently killed themselves, and there's just a history of it. It has affected my family. It has affected pretty much everybody I know. Okay, I'm not even going to list it, because if you haven't been affected by mental health, then kudos to you, but it's pretty serious out there, and that's so many levels: behavioral, children, blah 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 blah. Okay, come to the event and you'll hear more of the blah 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 blah. But Mr. DuPont said, as soon as I mentioned what the mission was, he mention Gracepoint. And he said, let me make a phone call. And he did. And he told me this very heartfelt story about one of the board members who lost his son through suicide. And he had a very, exciting life ahead of him. And they have now, dedicated a lot of their time and their efforts to making a difference in somebody else's life. And some of the signs around, creating awareness for mental illness. So it's going to be deep, man, but it's going to be great. And I'm really, really so thrilled that this connection was made, because then as soon as Mr. Tom DuPont said, well, this is what should happen, he made a phone call. And I said, well, I gotta meet them. Like, I gotta go there physically and see them and see where it is and see what's all going on. And my mind was blown. It was blown. It was, because I can't believe it was there and I didn't know about it. I ran a pediatric office for 8 years, and don't think the next phone call I make is to a doctor who should know more about Gracepoint. And we could have sent a lot of people that way. But anyway, as my father would say, however, which isn't a word, everybody. Don't tell my dad. He says however. He's Irish, which means that he can make up words. And he says it like it's a word. So however, I'm going to move on and continue talking about Gracepoint. So I learned all about them. Sarah learns all about them. We exchange very personal stories, and it was great. Great. I feel so good about this that I am not even worried about it being successful, because it all starts with good. And whatever starts with good ends up soaring to the sky. So I'm very happy about that. And then the kicker of all kickers, I'm talking to my friend Ian sitting across from me, and I make a reference to Gary Vee, and he was like, oh no, you did not just say Gary Vaynerchuk. Well, he has been watching and obsessing longer than me. It's not right. Right, Sarah? Sarah was there. She's my witness. And that was like a whole other half-hour discussion. Asked him if you bought the K-Swiss. It was like an insult. If you're following Gary Vaynerchuk, you know what that means. I'm not going to let you know. You're going to have to look it up yourself. But because this isn't the Gary Vee show, it's the Dr. Whisperer. It's not really a show because I don't have any viewers, and I'm live. And stop raining. Tropical storm ended. So I think it would be really great if you found out more information about this Gracepoint Wellness and this great Gracepoint organization, foundation. They're doing amazing things, not just for children, for adults, for homeless people. And it's been around, hold on, I'm going to tell you how long it's been around. 1949. Okay, people? 1949. So I don't question anymore where the universe will lead me. I just believe it and I go. And then I meet great people like I did today and feel so good about the path that has already been set up. And I'm just on it, just going. And today it led me to Gracepoint. So super grateful for that. Super grateful to have conversations about Gary Vaynerchuk, because I said, like, your board members and the people that are involved really can give this some serious push, right? These entrepreneurs and these business owners, speaking out against it and being advocates, and us having this discussion is the only way where the stigma, or the only time a stigma can be removed, is if we go at it with some positive reinforcement and some real great ways to understand how to deal with mental health. And it is a disease and you can't see it. It doesn't look like cancer. It doesn't, it's got a world of its own, right? That you're going to learn about during this event. So I'm going to talk about it until August 24th. So If you don't like it, you tune out, you zero viewer, you. Huh. No, really. I'm really excited. And I know that it's going to be a perfect evening because we're going to have deep conversations. And deep conversations lead to deep and cool things. So happy Monday. I hope it was great for you. I hope you made it through the storm if you're watching in Tampa Bay. And I look forward to talking to you tomorrow. Bye.